I wouldn't be surprised, and let's engage in completely premature and totally irresponsible match game and we hadn't planned to do this, but screw it, we're going to do it. We already know Mike Vrabel, New England. That's the easy one. I think we should pencil in Ben Johnson to the Raiders. So beyond that, you want to give Aaron Glenn to the Jets? I'm not sure what the Jets are going to do, and I don't think they know what they're going to do.
No, and I think
do you have anyone other than Aaron Glenn in mind for the Jets?
Well, I think Arthur Smith seems to be, have a name up here. I think there's a feeling, especially up here with the fan base, and I've even heard this with people connected to the organization a little bit, where they've had a lot of first-time head coaches here recently. And do they want to go down that lane once again, right, with first-time head coach? Or do they want to get somebody that's been there and done that a little bit as far as, has some experience, maybe it didn't work out in the first place, whatever like that. And would that make sense to hire someone of kind of that type of resume? I think that's a legitimate conversation up here, with the New York Jets and this franchise.
Well, but if you're Arthur Smith, or really anyone with common sense, do you run away from the prospect of working for Woody Johnson and the Jets? I think it depends on who the GM is going to be.
That's right.
But for guys who have already been down a road that didn't work out, and Arthur Smith was the head coach for the Falcons for 3 years, and if there were organizational dynamics that kept him from being the best coach he could be, you better be damn sure when you shoot your next shot that it's going to work. Because if it doesn't, you're done as a head coach.
Yes.
We don't see many guys get 3 opportunities to be NFL head coaches. It's not unprecedented. It happened for Pete Carroll after he basically whitewashed his experience with the Jets and the Patriots during his time with USC and turned them into a perennial powerhouse, and then he came back and went to Seattle. But that second one, man, you make a bad decision, you get with a dysfunctional organization, it's going to stick to you. And I know that the head coaches are confident to the point of delusional, and they think they can be the difference. I think 25 years tells us no coach can be the difference for the Jets. So even if they would want Arthur Smith, I don't think he should want to go there.
Well, listen,
I'd go,
right.
And I say this on behalf of most coaches, stay the hell away from the Jets. Sorry, Jets fans, but that's what happens when your owner's Woody Johnson.
Well, I think Jets fans understand that. I don't think you're saying anything that's that shocking to them. I think everything you're saying is right, but it's, the age-old question of, well, damn, I don't really have any other options, and I do want to be a head coach, and okay, this might be it. You don't know. I mean, as we've seen or talked about before, you can have one bad year and all of a sudden everybody goes, well, he's not a head coaching candidate. See ya. You'll never be one again. I don't know. But I think that's the dilemma the Jets are in. And I think that's why you've seen them interview Matt Nagy, right? Ron Rivera. Okay. We got Spags, of course. He's been interviewed by them. Who else am I missing? Aaron Glenn. We said him. And
I got the whole list.
Right. And then Mike McCarthy would be a guy I think the Jets would be crazy not to look at. I mean, you want to talk about a guy who's been there, done that, and can get your organization all going in the right way on a daily basis. He would be another one that I certainly would throw into that conversation.
Well, the Jets are one of the teams that come to mind when we look at the failures of Mike McCarthy in Dallas. You mean what? What failures? 3 straight 12-win seasons? We'll take that kind of failure. That failure is better than the kind of failure we've had in New York for 14 years. So sign us up. When you look, we've got a tracker at PFT with all of the people who have interviewed for all of the jobs. And because the Jets are looking for both a GM and a coach, there's really a lot of names here. But they have interviewed a ton of guys.
Yes, they have.
And I'll say this half jokingly, but Mike Tannenbaum's group must be getting paid by the hour, not by the task, because they're in a lot of interviews. That meter, if they're getting paid by the hour, that meter is running and running and running some more. There are a lot of names. And it's just like with the Bears. I feel like at some level they want us to think that they've done this very thorough,
That's what
and
it
maybe
feels
they
like.
have. But I think the message is we've looked under every rock.
Right.
So whenever we find the right one, we've kissed all these frogs. Whenever one of them turns into our Prince Charming, it will mean necessarily that we've found the best of the best. And we know it won't necessarily mean that. It might just be the best guy who would go there or accept whatever they were offering or whatever terms or guardrails were placed on his ability to coach the team. But the GM hire is going to be key in New York. And one of the things I've been saying, if they end up hiring Darren Muji, the Broncos assistant GM, to be their GM, get ready for the possibility that Kevin O'Connell is going to be the next coach of the Jets. Get ready for that possibility. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if they would hire Darren Muji, you got that. That's when it's like, that may be the next move.
Wow, I mean that would be something, but you're not a reliable source when it comes to the Vikings. You emotionally get involved. You've tried to trade Sam Darnold during the year. I'm not sure if I can believe you.
I'm not trying to trade Kevin O'Connell.
I know.
I'm just trying to serve the audience. And oh, by the way, since you took me there, just like the SUV that took me up to almost my demise.
Yeah.
How you feel now about my argument from October that the Vikings should have not traded Sam Darnold, sat him down and traded for Matthew Stafford? How you feel about that one now after what happened Monday night?
That's easy to say now after 14-3. Okay, great.
Yes.
Yeah, it was stupid then. It made no sense. And okay, now you can sit there after the year and go, they didn't get to the Super Bowl. They should have changed the quarterback. Like, come on. You sound like a dumb fan on the sidewalk. Stop.
I am a dumb fan on the sidewalk.
You're right. Don't slip on the sidewalk.
And me is a microphone. That's it. But anyway.
Yeah.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.